Hey guys. Hey Ken, how's it going? Can you hear me okay? So strange seeing myself on the... It's so weird. Hey Jamie, how's it going? Hey Pat, how's it going? Hey Darlene. Hey Kim, how's it going? Honey,
Yeah.
there's like a lot of feedback, like I can hear, you know what I mean? Like shut your door.
What's wrong?
Shut your door, because I can hear like feedback and it's weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's because your door's open.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Pat. Yeah, my throat's good. Thank goodness. My gosh. I was still having issues yesterday. I was like, what the heck? But finally this morning I woke up and I was like, ugh, thank God it's better. Yeah, I've been having like, it's so weird this year. Like when I get sick, like rather than it just lasting like a day, it's like lasting a lot longer. Pain in the butt. But it's better, thankfully, so yay. How was everybody's week? Hi, Colette, how are ya? Definitely. Yay, Ken's back, you guys. I missed her last week. It was bad. I really missed her. Oh, no. Tammy, hey, girl. Well, that stinks. But, I mean, at least you get to go later, right? That really sucks. I hope his stepmom's okay. I mean, I think around here anyway, from what I've been hearing, like, you know, the people that are getting it, they're getting through it. You know what I mean? So hopefully... See, Ken, we missed you. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. Last week was hard for me. It was really hard for me without having Ken. I mean, you know, she's really important in all this. I appreciate her so much. Hey, Ladybug, how's it going? Poor Ken, it's because we broadcast when it's the middle of the night where she is. She's a sport. She's always here helping me. I appreciate it. There you go, Tammy.
Mr. V says hi.
Oh, Mr. V says hi, you guys. Colette, I have no idea. I'm not doing any readings tonight, so sorry, hon. If you want to email me about it later, just not going there tonight. Not doing it tonight. So, did everybody have a good week? Yes? No? Maybe? I've seen a couple of people. Oh yeah, you guys, Thanksgiving. This is next Thursday. I don't think I'm going to be on Thursday or Friday, because Thursday we're going over to my sister-in-law's. We're going to cook over there, and then Friday, I think I'm going to cook here for like my son and his girlfriend. Yeah. So, sorry, Colette. No slam on you. This is kind of like my wind down time to where I don't have to deal with readings. I can just relax, chill out, talk to everybody, you know. Well, that's good, Pat. That's really good. Quiet's really good. Kim, good week. Good. Kim, I've almost got your reading done. Just so you know, it should be done like the next couple of days. See, Ken, you were sleepy. You were tired. You needed that sleep. I'm glad you slept. I'm really glad you slept. Can you guys like hear me and see me? Because it's... Babe.
Yeah, I accidentally knocked the cable out.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I was like, what in the heck's going on? All of a sudden, it was gone. I was like, what the heck?
It should come back, but they can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Good. So my hubby knocked the cord out of the something-majiggy that makes it all work. Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. Kim, I sent you another email with a new link. It should be on there, hon. All right, y'all. I'm burning up in here. Whew, it's hot in here. Can y'all see me now, or? Because it says it's up. Babe. I don't know if this is like working or not. Okay, good. Because I'm seeing my big ugly mug up here on the screen. I'm thinking it's okay, but I guess it...
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, I think it... what do you call it? No, whatever that thing is. What's it called? I'm sorry. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was 66 here today. But I think this next week it's supposed to be like chilly and gross at some point. Hey, CPO, how's it going? Yeah, I'm fanning myself. It's so damn hot in here, you guys. I don't know why it gets... I mean, I know the lights, but I just like die in here. Oh, wow, Sammy. Alright, guys. I can't help it. It's so hot in here. Hubby turned the fan on and it's still like... I don't know what it is about this room, but this room is like... always horrible. Oh, no, Ken. Yeah, go out and come back in because maybe that's what's wrong. Hey, Rose Petal, how's it going? Tron.
Open up the window. It's cold outside.
Is it?
I think so.
God, it's so hot in here. Like, I feel like I'm in a sauna.
Unlock the...
Woo! Yeah. Thank you. Now I just have to make sure the cat doesn't jump up in there. That would not be cool.
It's a little bit cooler.
Colette, no, I haven't. I haven't had it. I've thought about having it possibly, but you know, in 2015 and 2016, I lost a whole bunch of weight. So I know I can do it. I just have to get motivated and stay motivated. The problem was when I lost it before, I was working out like twice a day. It was just too much, you know. But yeah, I just need to get the weight off, honestly, because I feel like crap and I want to feel good again, you know. Ken, you're back. Yay. Oh, hey, Tiki Tutu. Have a good week. I won't be here next week, so I'll see you the week after Thanksgiving. So take care, honey. Oh, thanks, Colette. Thank you. I mean, I've lost a lot, but I've gained back like 28 pounds or something. So I just have to get like motivated again. That's what I need to do. And it isn't going to happen with Thanksgiving coming up and pumpkin pie and stuffing and, you know, mashed potatoes and all the unhealthy, yummy stuff. I know, Ken. I couldn't be without you for another week. I'm telling you. So you guys, last week was tough, and like, I think I realized it like Saturday night, just how tough it was. Like, you know, I can feel everything that people are feeling, if that makes any sense. And so when people are down, I get down, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it is what it is, you know. But I'm back, and I'm better this week, so. Aw, Pat, I'll miss you, honey. Yeah, maybe I might, it depends on Friday. I haven't decided yet. I actually told my son and his girlfriend that I was going to cook on Friday, but I was thinking maybe I would push it to Saturday and then just do like my homemade rolls and pies and stuff on Friday, and then that way Saturday I can cook all the main stuff. So I don't know. I'll try. I'm not going to promise, but I'll try. Definitely. Oh, thanks, Ken. Thanks. Yeah. You know, my health was just really bad, and I had just like gained so much weight, and I was just miserable, you know? So I started eating healthy and working out, and you know, when you start dropping the weight, you're like, oh wow, I look really good, like I'm doing really good. And I just kept going and going and going, and then I hurt my hip. I was working out at the gym, I hurt my hip, and so I was like, okay, you know, I need to take it easy. I can't push through this. Well, I ended up not going back to the gym, and I ended up not taking care of myself, and you know, but I realized like working out 2 times a day is a lot. It's excessive, you know, so of course I was like dropping tons of weight, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I just have to get back on track. I was so good. I remember Christmas of 2016, I didn't eat one bite of anything bad. I didn't have any carbohydrates. I didn't have any cookies. I baked tons of stuff and did not eat any of it. I was so proud of myself, but whew, yeah. Of course, Pat, you can come in here and chat. Yeah, thanks, Ken. I'm trying, you know. I'll get my groove back. I just have to, you know, you just have to want it. I just have to want it for it to work, you know. I'll get there. Hey, Janelle, how's it going, girlfriend? Aw, you have a happy Thanksgiving too, honey. We're going to miss you. I won't be here probably Thursday or Friday, maybe Friday, I don't know, maybe. But so I'll see you the following week. Me too, Darlene. I mean, it definitely does that, like the endorphins and everything. I felt so much better. I was sleeping better. Yeah, there were so many advantages to being healthy and working out. I know, Ken, I was like, there's no way this is going to work. Like, me baking all this, I was not going to work. But it did. Like, no, I didn't eat one bite. Like, I was so good. I had other people taste it. I didn't eat a bite. Because had I have eaten one bite, I would have eaten like 25, 30 bites. Yeah, I definitely... Y'all, something's up with my eye again. Every time I come in here to film, my eyes start like pouring water. It's the weirdest thing. It's only when I come in here to film. I don't know what it is, but it's driving me bonkers. Wow, Kim, you don't like sweets? You're a stronger person than I am. Unfortunately, you know, my dad was really tiny. He had polio, so he was really tiny. But he would sit and eat like a bowl of ice cream every night. Every single night. And he was tiny, like so tiny. Yeah, Eugenia Cooney. She's just, I mean, if her mother doesn't step in, like today, that girl is not going to live. Her mom's going to walk in to find her dead. I mean, it's inevitable. You know what I mean? Like, they have to get her help now. I mean, you know, I really contemplated, I was like, I shouldn't do this video because I'm going to get all of her little teenage haters saying a bunch of mean stuff. And I finally just was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care if they say mean stuff. Let them. You know, I want to get my point across, you know, that she needs help, you know, and somebody needs to get her help like today. And then I see in the comment section, I don't know how true it is, but some lady said that Eugenia, okay, so she had gone off social media for 5 months last year, right? Like right after the first of the year. And then she came back on, and then Shane Dawson did his little documentary, whatever you want to call it. And this lady in the comment section said, yeah, Eugenia's mom is the one that pulled her out of the rehab place. Yeah. Yeah, I might be allergic to something, or it could just be the fan affecting me. I don't know, but it drives me bonkers every time I come in here. Oh, wow, Kim. Tag on. Too bad one of my parents didn't work for them, because maybe then I would hate chocolate at this point in my life. I wish I could hate chocolate, trust me. Yeah, Darlene, it's so freaking sad. And, you know, I had gotten a couple of emails where someone had said allegedly that Eugenia is the one that supports the whole household, like her mom, dad, her brother. And so that's why Eugenia's mom is okay with her doing videos all the time, I guess, because that's her little income source or something. It was really upsetting, like, to even read that stuff, because I don't give a crap. Like, would you rather have your child dead, you know, not making any money, or would you rather have her alive and healthy to where someday she could make money again? You know what I mean? Like, it just... Yeah, I would like 5 minutes with her mother, by the way, just saying. If she had 5 minutes to spare, I would like to talk to her. I'm not kidding you, Pat, when I was, like, seeing the pictures of her and researching her thighs, so, like, years ago, her thighs were, like, you know, like that big, right? She was still tiny, but her thighs were, like, that big. Her thighs are, like, this now. It's literally just bone. There's no fat anywhere on her body. No fat. I mean, when she bends over, you can see all of her ribs. It's just sad. Yeah, the fan is over here. Maybe that's what it is. That could very well be what it is. Bread, noodles, potatoes, me too. That all sounds good too. Yeah, Tammy, she's a YouTuber, Eugenia Cooney. And I guess now she makes like the majority of her money on Twitch, which, you know, people go on Twitch to watch like their favorite gamers game for hours at a time. But she goes on Twitch and stands up and just walks around and talks for like, I guess the other day she did like an 8-hour long thing. Nothing to drink, nothing to eat, didn't leave the camera. You know, and people were like, why does she stand up all the time? And my thinking was she probably stands up because her tailbone hurts like hell because she has no fat. So when she sits down, it's probably painful. And then somebody else said it could be too that she thinks she's burning calories by standing up and walking around, which I don't know. And you know, people were saying like, what's that word where she's like showing off her body, like she's proud of her body, and so she always makes sure to wear these slinky clothes and like show her whole body. What's it called? Like match lighting or something? I don't know. It's just like when I look at her, I don't look at her and like, oh my gosh, I would love to look like her. When I look at her, I want to cry. I want to give her a hug, but I'm afraid I would hurt her physically if I tried to hug her. So then I just want to like put her in my car and drive her somewhere to where she can get help and be safe. I don't look at her like, oh my God, I want to look like that. You know what I mean? Like, how can anybody think that that's okay? How does her mom? Her mom is a little bit overweight. Her brother's overweight. I've never seen her dad or anything, but how does her mom look at her and not cry? Honestly, you know, if you love your child and you see your child doing this to themselves, how do you not look at them and want to cry? Like, I don't understand the rationale. I mean, maybe her mom has convinced herself that, oh, she's fine. I don't know. Now, no muscle. Nothing. I mean, it's insane. Yeah, I feel you, Pat. That could very well be what it is, Ken. That's the word, body checking. Thanks, Pat. That's the word. People are always like, oh, she's body checking. Look at her, she's body checking. And the new phrase that I didn't know about, pro-ana, which is like for anorexia. What child in their right mind looks at that and says, oh my God, I want to look like that. Oh my God, she looks amazing. I want to be just like her. Who? Yeah, don't get me going because... Ken, did you know who Karen Carpenter is? Who she was? She was that singer back in the 70s. You know, she died from anorexia. And the sad reality is she had started to get herself together. And she had, like, stopped vomiting. And she was really trying. And her heart gave out and she died, you know? And... I guess that's what it is, Ken. I guess she is used to it. I don't see how you could ever be used to that, though. Like, if one of my kids looked like that, well, my kids would never get to that stage because I would have stepped in a long damn time ago. I mean, let's be real. I know, it's horrible. Like, these little girls look up to her. Did you see that little girl in the comment section? She's like, oh... Eugenia looks great. She's a role model. She's trying to protect everybody from the obese people in America or something like that. I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? On what planet is this girl a role model for anything? The only thing she's a role model for is like starving yourself and dying. You know, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This little girl, and she went back and forth, because a couple of people said, this is ridiculous, she's not a role model. I piped in, because of course I was furious at this point, you know, and I tried not to go off on the little girl too bad, because chances are she's probably 15, 16 years old, you know what I mean? She's probably a little kid, and But the sad reality is, and I was seeing when I was watching Eugenia's videos, the sad reality is so many little girls in her comment section are like, oh, you look perfect. You look fine. You should be proud of yourself. It was bad. Like, yeah, Ken. So, yeah, Karen Carpenter. It's a lot like most of the problems with childhood obesity is here in the States, just like anorexia. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it is that other cultures don't have these issues, but we sure as the heck have them. Hey, Natasha, how's it going? You know what, Pat? I saw a picture recently. Like, I have this, like, it's like this news app that pops up on my phone from time to time. It'll, excuse me, it'll come up with, like, COVID things around the world, and then it'll come up with, like, movie stars and stuff. And it pops up with a picture of Celine Dion, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, she looks terrible. She looks horrible. I guess, Ken. It just blows my mind. Darlene, I'm so glad you came out on the other side because it's such a horrible disease, Hey, Debbie Wright, how are you? Hey, girl. Hey, Shelly, how's it going? Yeah, I'm so glad you got through it, Darlene, because that has got to be literally like a fight for your life. You know what I mean? Like the documentaries and stuff that I watched, because I made myself, like before I did the video, I was like, let me look into this a little bit more. Thought somebody was standing there. Yeah, so I watched a few things and it was just mind-blowing. It just absolutely mind-blowing. Hey, Ocean Wave, what's happening? Hey. Yeah, I really feel bad for her. Like, if somebody, I was talking to my husband about it, and I mean, the sad reality is she's 26 years old, right? So the only way to get her any help to, like, force it would be to do, 5150, where you need two people's signatures. And then the next day they appoint, like, a, quote, guardian for you. And then you have, like, a hearing to where the two people that signed have to come forward and say, this is why we think they need help. And so it would take, like, her mom and dad to do it. And yeah, she'd be really angry with them and pissed off at them. But you know what? I'd rather have my kids hate my guts and be alive than be okay with me and die in front of me. You know what I mean? So they need to get her some damn help. Yeah. Exactly, Natasha. It's like, I learned with my son's addiction and stuff when he started getting clean and sober, they said, it's a family disease. Everybody's affected by it, which, God bless my mother-in-law. She was an alcoholic in recovery when she passed, and she had, a lot of years of recovery. And, but it's like your whole family fights it and deals with it. And so, there's issues in that family. I mean, the issues run really deep. I'm not going to get into it too much, but I felt some really, just watching the videos, I felt some really bad things, like, about her situation, and it's sad. I mean, I didn't want to go there in the video. That's not my place, but messed up. That's a good question, Pat. Can some people never get it? I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people have died from anorexia, so yeah. Hey, Cynthia, how's it going? Yeah, Natasha, I've never seen him or anything. I watched some videos and I talked to a couple of people via email about it, but I don't know a lot about her mom and dad, really. But I was feeling some pretty crazy things. Yeah, I don't know. Darlene could probably answer all these questions. Darlene, is it something that you have to deal with like your entire life? Like, yeah, oh yeah, raw body dysmorphia, yeah. Well, that's the weird thing is that I was seeing, you know, in these documentaries that like you lose your hair and it messes up your teeth, but supposedly her hair is her real hair. She doesn't have extensions or anything. And so I don't know. I don't know if it affects different people differently. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is about him. Like I said, I don't really know a lot about him. I was very fortunate to get some emails from somebody that was kind of filling me in on how much they knew. But I will say, you know, watching Shane Dawson's video, his quote documentary. Look, I don't have anything against Shane Dawson. I don't know the kid. I know he did some inappropriate things and he's paying for that now. But you know, he genuinely seems like a decent person. But I think he probably got stuck in a bad situation. I mean, in the documentary, she's like, oh, when we bought this house, like there were weird locks on all the doors and they locked from the wrong side. And he's like looking at her like, what? You know, and so, I mean, he was in a tough spot because I'm sure you best believe mom and dad were like, okay, you can ask this, this, and this. Don't mention this, don't mention this, don't mention, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you can clearly tell that had to have been the situation because he didn't ask anything of her. He didn't ask any of the hard questions. He didn't say, so how long has your eating disorder been going on? When did you first discover it? How did you discover it? You know what I mean? Like, he didn't ask anything of her. It was more like, oh, I'm so glad you're okay. Sorry, Shane, I'm not trying to mimic you, but that's basically what it was. It's like, oh, I'm so glad you're okay. Oh, you're great now. You know, she talked about how she was in recovery, but you really didn't see anything about recovery. You know what I mean? Yeah, she looked like she had gained a few pounds, but it was just crappy. Yeah, addictions definitely affect the whole family. Went through it with my son, been there, done that. Thank God he's clean and sober, and I hope he continues. Wow, that sucks, Darlene. Yeah, body dysmorphia, that's some crazy stuff. And I don't mean that like the person's crazy. It's just insane that we as people, you know what I mean? Like we look in the mirror and we don't see what everybody else sees. And I think we're all guilty of it, especially as women. You know, I always look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, this is wrong and that's wrong. And you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Very true, Ken. Very true. Oh, it was my neighbor's dog. So I don't know if y'all remember, but I had the people across the street getting a new deck belt, the people down the street getting a deck belt. So it's been like Grand Central Station around my house with all the dogs out, and they're all like, you know, one starts barking and then before you know it, the whole neighborhood's barking. I'm really fortunate that for the most part, D Minor, if she sees somebody walking by, she'll bark she'll bark her full head off. But if other dogs are barking, for the most part, she'll usually just kind of like, not really pay attention to it unless, you know, if she's outside in the middle of it, that's different, you know. Yeah. Horrible illness. Yeah, that's the other horrible thing. Like, I saw this thing once upon a time, and it was a picture of Kim Kardashian, right? And a photographer had taken it. And then, so the photographer came out and showed the real picture, and then he showed the picture that he photoshopped and what it looked like in the end. I mean, she didn't even look like the same person. She did not look like the same person. When I saw that, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And look, I'm really stupid when it comes to computer stuff. I don't know how to Photoshop. I don't know how to take a picture on my phone in Photoshop. Like, I don't know how to do any of that. But apparently that's what people do all the time. Excuse me, if I take a picture, I take a picture. And what you see is what you get. I have gotten good. Listen, I'm really proud of myself. So on Instagram, if I post a cemetery picture, I know how to make it like black and white now. Yes, I know how to do that. So, but I don't know how to do any of this other crap, Photoshop crap. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. It just blows my mind, darling. Like, it really blows my mind. Yeah. So our neighbor is fostering this little dog. It's like a little, I think it's like a pit bull and some kind of terrier mix. And she's so cute, and her name's Jenny, right? So I was getting out of my car the other day, and my neighbor walks by, and she's got all the dogs on the leash. And I said, oh my gosh, who's the new little one? And she's like, oh, this is Jenny. And I was like, hi, Jenny. Sorry, Forrest Gump reference. And my neighbor just looked at me and shook her head and laughed and walked off. I was like, Jenny. Right, Lori? Right? That's what I'm saying. Look. So, a family member of mine, was posting pictures. And I was like, oh my God, she looks amazing, right? I'm like, wow, she has lost so much weight. She looks so good. I mean, this was several years ago. So I go out to the Midwest for a family reunion. And this was like 2 months later, right? And she's there. And I'm like, so I said to my sister, I'm like, well, let me show you something. So I pulled up IG and I showed her pictures. And I was like, she looks nothing like this. Like, I thought she had had like some kind of surgery done on her face and she'd lost all this weight. So again, if you're going to post a picture and it doesn't even look like you, and you're going to ultimately run into the person face to face, then what the heck's the point in posting a picture like that? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Yeah. That's funny that you say that. Kim does look lumpy.
Victoria, they're still on here.
Is it working?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but for how long? Hey guys, sorry. So frustrated. I can't even.
Microsoft updates. You can thank Microsoft.
This stupid ass, excuse my French, computer. I'm ready to pitch it out the window. This is getting ridiculous. Like, every single time I sit down to this computer, something's wrong. Sorry. It's a constant frustration with me. Me and computers do not go well together. When it like, the computer completely shut down. Completely shut down. And then when I finally got it to try to come back up, then it's like, oh, you have updates. Sorry, you guys. I just get to the point where I just can't deal with this crap. Thank you for waiting, Ken. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's just, I am so bad with anything electronic. I am horrible with it. I wish I weren't. But, you know, hubby's like, oh, let me teach you how to do this, this, and this. And it literally just, like, overloads my brain to where I'm like, okay, stop. Don't tell me one more thing because I'm not going to remember any of it. I know how I am. Yeah, I think my husband's onto something. The, what do you call it? Microsoft Office. Sorry. I'm watching as somebody stopped outside of my house. Who is that? Anyway, I think it's Microsoft Office or Microsoft or whatever the crap it is. Because now that we have that on here, I guess now, you know, is when, oh my gosh, you almost hit a car. Dude, you don't know how to drive. Sorry. Sorry guys, I'm distracted as you can tell. What are you doing? Sorry. I hate computers with a passion. Right, Darlene? You know what? I actually got so frustrated that I got up and I went in the other room and I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. And then that's the first thing I thought was something doesn't want me to be on here. You know, that's exactly what I thought. Which that could very well be. Who is this strange person lurking outside of my house? That's the one thing I need to like rearrange my office because I can see out, you know, I can see out in the front part of my house and it's so distracting when I'm on camera. When I get frustrated, yeah, I have a hard time like getting back into it. That's how I am, Kim. That's totally how I am. Like, he literally, I wrote down step by step, you know, for me to sit down and to start streaming or recording, you do A, B, C, D. So I wrote it all down and I was okay with that. But then he was like, well, let me show you this, this, and this. And I just kind of like looked at him like this, like, really? You can't tell me anything else because then I won't remember any of this. I won't understand. It'll all be Greek to me. Like, this chair, you guys, sorry. I need to get a new office chair so I can be more comfortable in here. No, because that means I'll just work more. So maybe I shouldn't. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. I was so frustrated. You could probably see it on my face when I came back in. Like, I was like, literally was ready to pick the CPU up and throw it out the window. I was so pissed. Like, you know, my biggest thing that anybody that knows me personally knows, I have no patience. I have no patience. I mean, I have patience for like some things, but with computer stuff, I have zero patience. No. Hey, Shelly, how are ya? Oh no. I was almost in tears, and that's me. Like, I get so upset and so frustrated that I cry. I mean, that's like a horrible trait too, because, you know, when you're out in the real world and you're working for somebody, you know, like in years past, I had bosses that I would just get so angry and frustrated that I would cry. And of course, their first thing would be, you know, they were men. Their first thing would be to come over and put their hand on my shoulder like, oh, it's okay, sweetheart. And, you know, of course, I'm like, get off me. You know, like, I'm going to kick your butt. Get off me. Like, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm pissed off. Thank you. That's funny, Lori. See, that would totally be me. Yes, Natasha, I agree. You know, I need to meditate more, y'all. because I just need to calm down. I get really worked up. But, you know, that's just me. That's how I've always been. I had, like, the most patient father that ever lived, right? My dad was, like, Mr. Calm, cool, collect, patient. And my mom was, like, fly off the handle, in your face, like, you know, what? You said that to me? I can't believe you said that to me. And she'd be right up, like, you know, and that's me. I mean, I say all the time, I open up my mouth and my mother comes out, right? I mean, God rest her soul, I miss her, but every time I turn around as I've gotten older, my mother comes out more and more and more. I'll catch myself saying something and then I'm just like, oh my God, I opened up my mouth and my mother came out again. Of course, Pat, I can't. That's the only reason why I came back was for you guys. Because trust me, I was ready. I was done. Like, I was done. Just let me drink my unsweet tea in peace and live my life without a computer. I remember back when everybody was like, oh my gosh, technology is going to stop working in the year 2000. And quietly in my brain, I'm like, yes, we can go back to like the old fashioned way to where I mean, to this day, ask my hubby. I write everything down. I actually took my notebook in there, but I write everything down. It's rare that I like print anything out. I handwrite everything. And hubby gets so mad at me. He's like, why don't you just use the calendar on your phone? Why don't you just use Samsung Notes? Why don't you just use... Because I like to write shit down. That's why. Sorry. But I don't know. I'm just that type of person. If I write a list... Oh my gosh, Ella, come here. Oh no. Kitty, please, you're scaring me. Okay, stay there, Kitty. Sorry. My cat is just climbed up into the window that my husband opened. It doesn't have a screen in it. We need to get a screen. But she's like being really cool, sitting there. Like she gets that there's no screen there, you know. Scared the crap out of me. But yeah, I'm the type of person like, if I write a grocery list, then I'll get everything on that grocery list. But if I put it in my phone, because I tried using Samsung Notes, and I would put the stuff in my phone, and then I get to the store and be like, great, I forgot my list. When really it was in my phone the whole damn time. She's okay. Yeah, she climbed up there and like she knew right away. She was like really cautious. The cat scared the crap out of me. See, Pat? We open up our mouths and our mothers come out. I'm telling you. I'm happy now. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. Honey, it wasn't your fault. You don't have to worry. It wasn't your fault at all. It's this stupid, possessed computer. You know what, Darlene? Years ago, I would fall asleep to, like, different artists. And that really was relaxing, and it really did help. I need to get back into doing that again. Kim, me too. I'm the black sheep. I'm the bitch. It's okay. I'm okay with it. Trust me, I'm okay with it. That's how I am, Ken. Me too, Lori. I can't stand computers. No, Kitty's inside. So hubby opened up the one window in our office. We have two windows. And he opened up the one and there's no screen in it. The other one has a screen, I think. But the one he opened doesn't. But she's being really good. She's sitting like on this thing now and just like looking out the window. Like she gets that, you know. She's like, holy crap, it's high up here, you know, because we're like pretty far up. But she's being good. She's fine. See, Pat, that's what I like to do too. I don't have the book anymore. I used to have a book that I wrote everything in. Now I have like several different notebooks that I write everything in. But there's something about, like even like for work-wise, doing readings and stuff. For me, there's something about writing everything down, scheduling everything, and then crossing it off. You know what I mean? It's like, once I cross it off, I'm like, oh, okay, I got another thing done. You know, I mean, that's how yeah. And I look back to my mom. That's how my mom was. My mom was really bad though. She would do like notes of notes of notes, right? She would have like a list. Like if she were packing to go somewhere, she would have a list of what she needed to pack. And then she would have another list that said, refer to the packing list, right? She had the list down pat. Yeah, exactly. That's funny, Ken. You know what though? I will say this, like, there are even times when I take a list to the grocery store and I end up forgetting 5 things on the list. But I'd like to think that, yeah, but I do. You know, I'll go into the store for one main thing. I'm sure everybody's done this. You go in for one main thing, you come out with 50 other things, and then you get home, you're like, crap, I forgot the one main thing I went in for. We are definitely the generation of pen and paper, and it should have stayed that way. To heck with all these computers. I feel you, Pat. I feel you. Yeah, exactly. VCRs. I remember when we had beta, right? And the big deal was when everybody switched from beta to VCR. I remember seeing like my first VCR machine at a friend's house, and her dad had just bought it. And it was like the big Christmas gift for their family. And I remember my friend saying, yeah, it was like $250. And I was like, wow. You know, like $250 was like so expensive and so far out of reach, right? I remember that. I remember the first time I saw a color television set. And then growing up, we never had air conditioning at all. I mean, it would be, back in those days in DC, it was hot as crap. Like it was really high humidity, and it was easily 105 degrees every day back then, right? We had like, little fans in the window. And I mean, it would be hot as anything trying to go to sleep at night. I remember that. But then I loved the next morning, early in the morning, waking up, because we had I had a lilac bush underneath of my bedroom window. And so, waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I would just get this huge whiff of lilac. Oh, it's amazing. I do miss that, but I don't miss not having a daggone AC, man. That was horrible. But I look back when our AC died here, and we're a 3-level home. I look back to the days, because I remember my son and I, it was like 102 degrees in the house. Hubby was out of town for work. And I said to my son, I'm like, we're going to have to go stay in a hotel because this is entirely too hot, We were just such wimps, right? But I actually found a window unit, and my brother-in-law came over and helped install it and all that. He saved my butt, man. But I mean, it was hot as crap. Like, the AC was on the main level, and we can either go to the basement to take a shower or up here to the top level to take a shower, right? So I would walk out of the cool main level upstairs to take a shower, and then as soon as I got out of the shower, I was like burning up, It was horrible. And I think back to that, like growing up, we didn't have AC. My parents didn't get any AC until I moved out of the house, and then they got like a couple of window units, Yeah. Is everyone set for Thanksgiving? Yeah, that's a good question. I totally am. My sister-in-law lives about 45 minutes from here. So we're going to go out there early Thursday so I can help her cook. Because if we don't, then she works so hard. She's like a manager of a hair cuttery. And she works so many hours. She works her butt off, right? And I was like, yeah, no, we'll definitely come over. But, I want to go over there and do the majority of the cooking so she can take it easy. I mean, because this girl never gets a break, And then I had already told my son and his girlfriend that I would cook Friday, but I think now I'm going to say, okay, we'll go out there Thursday, and then Friday I'll bake the homemade yeast rolls and the pies and the cheesecake and all that garbage. And then I'll cook Saturday. I think that's what I'm going to do because I think that'll be better. Oh, I did the craft day, right? Christmas crafting with my son's girlfriend and her daughter. And her daughter's so sweet. She's so cute. You know, she's so shy, but she finally started opening up to me. But the poor thing, I know I kind of probably scared her half to death because, you know, I can be a bit overwhelming. And listen, let me tell you, I'll probably get the story wrong, but so her mom, Shay, my son's girlfriend, Shay, said, oh my gosh, let me tell you the funniest thing. So they had come over here so Shay could pick up her car. They had switched cars. And anyway, so I had met Shay's daughter and her nephew and her nephew's friend, you know, for like 10 minutes, you know. And so when they were leaving, Ava said to her mom, she said, Mommy, I thought because she was a psychic, she was going to be really weird. She's like, but she's really cool. And I was like, what do you think? I was going to have like my little crystal ball and I was going to come out, you know, dressed all funky. I was like, that was so sweet. It was just so cute. I'm like, and I said to her, I'm like, I can be a bit much at times. I'm loud and, you know, and I'm different and, you know, she was so sweet though. But I mean, by the end of the day, you know, she had kind of come around, was opening up a little more, you know, but she's just so shy, but she's so precious. I mean, and we had so much fun and I should have taken more pictures. So she's like, she's really crafty, right? Let me tell you how bad it was. So I said, okay, I'm going to do one of these, you know, the little glass or plastic balls, you know, for your Christmas tree, right? So you pour like mop and glow in it and you coat the whole inside and then you pour glitter in it and, you know, and you go like this and it gets all on the inside and then you can write on the outside or whatever you want to do. And then put like a little bow on the top and a little hanger. And so I did it, right? So that semi worked out, kind of, sort of. So then I said, okay, let me stick to something I can't screw up. So I had gotten these wood things that say like Merry Christmas, Joy to the World, different stuff like that. So I said, oh, let me paint these. Well, of course, the paint. What's
I
that?
have to interrupt. My friend Bill in Arizona sent me this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to send it to Frankie so bad.
Yeah, don't.
Come on, that's funny.
Okay, but don't. Oh my God. So anyway, so the paint that I was using was horrible. So like it ran and I'm like, oh my God, I can't like catch a break today. So I said, okay, I'm going to do another ball.